Wasn't what happened.
Mike, we have 6 in the top 10 that have never been to victory lane in the Nextel Cup race right now.
10 laps to go in the Aaron's 499. It is crunch time at America's fastest speedway. We're under green.
This takes so much discipline to hold your position and time it right. You're either going to be a hero or a zero. Hopefully not a double zero.
When the first driver up toward the front drops out of line, if someone goes with him immediately to establish a draft, he's got a chance. If not, he'll drop to the back faster than you can talk about it.
I think you heard from Denny Hamlin that, you know, he already knows that when you drop to the bottom, you're going to get sacked. That's why he took it to the top, and everybody's been up there with him ever since.
The wild card in that pack is the driver who has won 5 of the last dozen here. Dale Earnhardt Jr., driver number 8.
Of all those guys up there, you got to believe that he knows what he's going to do no matter what anybody else does. I think the others are going to be reactors. I think he is the actor in the crowd.
What we used to call him, the Pied Piper.
Yes, sir.
If he moves, drivers will follow, as you watch from our Goodyear aerial coverage. Goodyear helping NASCAR drivers get to the finish line for the past 25 years. Goodyear, get there. And that finish line is coming in just 9 laps.
And Darrell, we talked about Regan Smith right now in that 01 car, the team that ran second in the Daytona 500. I believe I'm definitely going to tell him, here they go, down to the bottom.
You just heard him. And we're off to the races.
They'll be coming to 8 to go. You see Jimmy Johnson, the 48, Tony Stewart in the 20, Gordon in the 24. Down to the bottom and they go.
Now, here's what's going to happen. When that 41 car closes that hole up high, they got nowhere to go. What are they going to do then? Jimmy Johnson saw the light. He jumped back to the outside. But there's Tony and Jeff Gordon. I don't know, boys.
Backing up.
And we've got 8 to go, about 7.5 laps to go. We're getting a slight report. David Reutimann in the 00. Maybe a little bit of smoke in his cockpit. It doesn't matter. You got to go.
Now there's a tight draft on the bottom lane, and they're pushing forward once again.
Just a nice soft push.
And you see Jimmy Johnson once again. He's trying to get in the right lane here. He was up high. He's down low, waiting for the push. Got to have the push.
And Reed Sorensen in that 41 car, he slammed right down in front of Tony Stewart in that 20 car, suck up behind that 48 car of Jimmy Johnson. They'll be coming to 7 to go this time.
Oh, it's getting pretty now. I like the way it's shaping up.
They're triple wide once again, just like they were for the first 350 miles, Dick.
Junior had been taking it easy for about the last 20 laps because he was very close on fuel, Mike. I just talked to his car chief, Tony Gibson, who said they should be good to go, and Junior ought to go anytime now.
He's on his way.
Here comes the Pied Piper.
Here we go.
Now, outside and inside.
This is when you earn your money right here, boys.
We're riding with him. That's David Stremme in the 40 car, giving that little bump draft going off into turn 3.
And you see the 11 car has now dropped to the bottom. He sees what's going on behind him. Now he's going to have to start blocking.
Through the tri-oval where the finish line is at Daytona. Here, it's a lot further down toward turn 1. The finish line is here. The finish, 6 laps away.
McMurray says, okay, enough of this. And he's going to try to make the pass.
And does. Jamie McMurray.
And he's got help from his teammate, David Reagan, in that 6 car. Here comes Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. He'll go to the bottom of the racetrack.
They got nothing for the 8 car. I see that coming. He's got it.
And Stremme comes all the way up to 4th. Jeff Gordon 5th. Junior gives McMurray a playful bump toward turn 3.
I saw Junior when he came from the back of the pack earlier to the front. He's been playing some mind games, boys.
But here comes that 24 car, David Stremme, trying to block him down on the bottom side. He can't do it. Here he comes with help from his teammate.
Yeah, don't tug on Superman's cape. Jeff Gordon won the pole. He's had a fast car all day, and he's got help.
5 to go. 5.
And all McMurray can do is drive out the rearview mirror. That's all he can do leading this race right now.
He's got a good race car. I saw that in practice on Thursday. Friday he had a great car, but I don't think he can hold off that 8 car.
Did Jamie McMurray get to the front too soon?
I like what he did. He had no choice. He was going to get sacked either way.
Oh, Hamlin got a bump. And
Well, he
almost got out of shape.
Hamlin was trying to get into the line behind the Jeff Gordon so he could go forward. That outside line is still holding together pretty darn good.
We got 29 cars within a second of each other. They'll be coming to 4 to go this time.
Smoke, Reutimann.
Oh, no. What's happening to David?
Remember, we had a report that he had smoke in the cockpit.
Tearing up. Let them all come by.
He's loaded up.
I think I heard rear end tearing up.
2 more coming. All right, you're clear all the way to the bottom. Clear all the way to the bottom.
Oh, David.
No caution yet.
No.
Motor blew up.
Caution wheel wave. This is not what the 11 car wanted to see. Remember, Mike Ford talked about didn't want to see a green-white checkered.
Just as Jeff Gordon took the lead, caution comes out.
Goodness gracious of me.
Now, NASCAR has a rule, we're at 4 laps to go, that if we get to the end of the scheduled race distance and we're not under green, we're under caution, they will make one attempt to finish the race under a green-white checker situation. Green flag, white flag next time by, checkered flag. We've called it overtime. We've called it checkers or wreckers. We've got a very uniquely NASCAR name for this way to finish the race. We're going to call it overdrive.
Overdrive. I'm with you. Now, is it 24 ahead of the 26?
It depends, Darrell, on where they were when they crossed the scoring loop immediately prior to the waving of the caution flag.
Because that could be very critical as well.
Yes, it could.
And we'll have to wait for word from timing and scoring. But now 3 laps to go under yellow. They won't start next time by. They've got to clean up. So we will go into overdrive here at Talladega.
But going back to David Reutimann, that 00 car, I know they're disheartened, but you know what? For an organization that has struggled so much this year, Michael Waltrip Racing, they need to walk out of here with their head up.
I said earlier, I don't like one good weekend could erase all these things that have happened, and they almost had it.
The race leader is the pole sitter, Jeff Gordon. He had taken the lead from Jamie McMurray prior to the caution flag. So Gordon, who is trying to eclipse Dale Earnhardt's place on NASCAR's all-time win list, and could do so with a victory today, it would be his 77th. He is the leader, and we will race 2 laps when we get this cleaned up. Here's the list. Richard Petty with 200, David Pearson 105. Bobby Allison, Darrell Waltrip, and Cale Yarborough tightly packed in the low 80s. Earnhardt and Gordon.
That's all my